as we're now learning Masood Pezeshkian is also speaking. It seems that my colleague and our senior executive editor Megha Sharma is with us on the broadcast live from Shenzhen. Megha, power-packed day today. The 24 leaders who are gathered at Shenzhen are addressing the Leaders Summit that is currently underway, and after this, a slew of bilateral meetings are also slated to be held on the sidelines.
Right, absolutely, Pia. You know, we at this point in time are seeing that Xi Jinping, who had launched the plenary session of the SCO Summit 2025, is now again taken the stage. He is speaking to the member nations and all the other participating countries, heads of states as well. We just now saw that Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian was speaking at the plenary session. We also saw just a short while ago, it was Prime Minister Narendra Modi who participated in the plenary session and made an address. We are going to shortly get to know what is it that the Prime Minister said and the other leaders right now. It is the head of state of Kyrgyzstan that is now making a speech. Now, head of Kyrgyzstan, head of the state of Kyrgyzstan also held a bilateral with Prime President Xi Jinping yesterday. There were, in fact, a number of bilaterals that Xi Jinping had with a number of countries, whether it was Azerbaijan or Turkey for that matter, Belarus, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, all these, Cambodia, Laos, all these countries, heads of states participated in a bilateral session with President Xi Jinping. He is hosting this SCO summit in Tianjin in China, but keynotes to be taken into account from the keynote speech that was made earlier today by Xi Jinping. He has spoken about how he had advocated the fact that the SCO is the truly multilateral forum. He said about in a state of flux and chaos that the world at this point in time is focusing. SCO aims at becoming a force to be reckoned with. SCO as a grouping speaks about how there is a need for cohesion amongst the regional nations that then come together in a bid to take forward the interests that are mutually beneficial for the host country, mutually beneficial for the host country as well as the partner nations. It was also the big focus point of, in fact, Xi Jinping also came about in saying that China has been at the forefront of building this entire SCO grouping, bringing it all together, bringing it into cohesion. And this has been the resultant outcome of it, the SCO summit, where we see 10 of these member nations who are participating. Alongside that, there are 10 international organizations. Alongside that, there are dialogue partners. There are participating nations who are not SCO partners, but continue to be in this very important show of strength. The posturing, symbolism of this meeting, of this forum is very, very important. And I would also like to bring to your focus that very, powerful images that we shared just a short while ago. We saw on our screens that was of President Putin of Russia, Xi Jinping, the Chinese president, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. They were all huddled up. They were greeting each other. There were a lot of laughs and smiles that were shared amongst the three leaders. And of course, now, the prospect of reviving the RIC, Russia, India, China trilateral is something that is going to be on the anvil. That is going to be something that is going to be deliberated upon. Not just that, let's also take a look at what the Prime Minister of India tweeted right after that meeting. He took that picture of the three leaders meeting and he's posted it on his social media platform on X, and he has said more talks, more deliberations, more meeting with like-minded minds. So that I think that has set the tone and tenor for the SCO summit. Of course, the multilateral forum, but within the multilateral forum, the trilateral between India, China, and Russia is something that is to keep an eye out for.
Right, Megha. Thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast live from Shenzhen, bringing the latest updates.